And what is going on, guys? Miles here, back from the Minecraft video, and as you guys kind of know, I do a lot of stuff with commands and command blocks. And so I thought I should do like a series kind of teaching how to do certain commands and basically just a command school. So this is the first episode of that series. We'll see how well it goes. But it's the very basic, which is how to get a command block and what are the basics of it. Not even any commands, just the basics of the command blocks themselves. So first off, to get a command block, all you do is type in chat /give @s command block, and that's it. Now you have a command block. There are 3 different versions of command blocks, and each of those have 2 different toggleable states. So for instance, I can do if I do /give @s repeating command block and chain command block. These are the 3 different command blocks that exist, and you'll probably see a couple of them behind me because there's a lot. So first off, we'll go with impulse. Impulse does whatever command you put in it once per redstone activation. So it's kind of like a redstone thing. Think of it like a piston. You can activate it. Think of it like a piston. You can activate it, but no matter how many times more you power it, unless you depower it, it'll just stay in this state. So you have to depower it and repower it again for it to activate again. Same thing with this. So let's just do /give @p command block. Okay, well just for simplicity. As you can see, it's that simple. So this is very useful for to put behind like a button or something for Minecraft maps and stuff, because you can press it and it'll power. Okay, so that's pretty much everything with the impulse. Well, pretty much the main impulse thing. Next up, we have a repeating command block, which we do the same thing. Let's actually make this a repeating command block so it kind of fits with the thing. It constantly repeats the command for every game tick. So there's 20 ticks in a second, as long as it's powered. So as you can see, it'll just constantly give me command blocks or whatever the command is, obviously. And this is super helpful for just general map running stuff. Then we have chain. Chain is an interesting one because unlike these two, it doesn't really get put by itself. Chain basically goes on the end of either of these command blocks, and it will run its command right after the command block previous to it. So if I do this, and if I do the same thing over here, so if I power this, I should get not only an impulse, but also a chain. And if you look super closely, editing Miles will probably slow it down. You'll see the impulse gets put in my inventory first, then the chain. So it goes boom, 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 boom. And obviously you can like extend these all the way down, and it would do whatever their commands are. So that's the basics of all 3 of these. Now for their different toggleable states. First off, very simple one to understand. Needs redstone. Basically, that means that. So impulse isn't very helpful if you put it always active. Always active means basically it's being powered even though nothing is powering it. So once I hit done, it'll run the command once, and then that's it because it's technically powered constantly. So as you can see, I got them, and that's all that I'll ever get from this one unless I change it back to needs redstone, updates it, and change it back to always active, if that made any sense. So basically always active basically means there's a redstone block beside it, even though there's not. Same thing with repeating, always active, but because this one repeats constantly, you get that. And because we have a chain on it, I get one of those each time this runs as well. Same thing can be done with the chain. As you can see, if you put needs redstone like this, then it will only run if it's powered as well. So for instance, if I power this and then power this, it will work. So this can be helpful in like certain command block creations. And the same thing goes with this. Until it's powered, it won't run. Alright, time for the other toggleable state on both of these things. So, unconditional. This means it'll run as long as it's powered. It'll do it. If I click that, it'll change to conditional, which basically changes it into a chain command block, if that makes any sense. So, it's basically a chain command block at this point. This isn't very helpful for impulse or repeating. It's mainly helpful for chain. So for chain, if you make it a conditional chain, it will change its design. Same thing with these. But these basically don't worry about the conditional or unconditional. So if we make this conditional, this command inside here will only run not only after this one is powered, but if it runs as well. This doesn't sound super useful, but it's actually extremely useful for when you're first starting out with commands. So for instance, if I didn't do give at p, but let's say, see how my player name is here? Let's say I did it for Unspeakable Gaming. So this would give Unspeakable Gaming a command block if it's powered. And then if that one, if it gives the command block, then it'll give a chain command block to anybody really. But no matter how many times I power this, it won't give the command block to Unspeakable, and it won't give me a command block either, because Unspeakable isn't here to receive his command block. If that made any sense. And I'll change it to unconditional so you can see. Actually, I need to power this. But here, I'll show you conditional, always active. Still won't do it. Okay, that doesn't matter. Unconditional, it'll do it. It just skips over this one basically. It's like, oh, that one doesn't work. Let's go to the next one. So this is extremely useful. And same thing with this, except obviously it would be, you know, repeating. So conditional. And it's if I change this to waiting for, you know, Unspeakable Gaming, it won't work. Not at all. Unless it's unconditional. And it's powered, as you can see. But if it's conditional, no matter how many times I try, it won't until this command is able to run successfully. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the command basics. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you do like it, remember to smash that like button down below and subscribe so you know when I post a video on Minecraft, actually Minecraft commands, not just the command blocks, now that I've tried my best to teach you the basics of command blocks. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you next video. Bye for now. Woo!